Hey guys, Jonathan here. We got some new pickups I was going to show you guys. We got a female albino ball python, just in her little rock hide there. Down here we have a male butter. We got those on a trade. I traded one of the male Mojave spiders off for those two. Here's my big lesser girl. She's getting pretty big, eating like a monster. That's not one of my new pickups though. So yeah, the new pickups are albino female ball python, male butter ball python, so sharp looking. I've showed you guys the sand boas. We just picked up, we've got some Hondurans here, a ghost Honduran, a vanishing pattern ghost Honduran, really nice looking. We got some tangerine head albinos. Real sharp looking animals. There's actually, he had one more female that had some really cool patterns on it that I really liked. This is my female here. I'm gonna go back and get that one. I didn't have the cash on me today when I went back over there. So yeah, these are gonna be some future breeders. We have the adult pair of Hondurans. You can see my female there and my male over there. And then I've got some albino Nelsons up there in the top of that rack, which I'll show you guys those later. Turns out my adult sand boa, I believe, isn't a female. I now believe it's a male. And I also found out that it's the wrong time of the year to be trying to breed these guys. For some reason I was thinking that they were breeding the same time as the ball pythons, but I was wrong. So yeah, we're probably going to do the Orlando Repticon show the weekend before Christmas. I believe it is the 17th and 18th. Is that what I got written down? Yeah, 17th. Orlando, December 17th and 18th. The Repticon show. I'm not really sure where they're having it. So if you're in the Orlando area, come out, check us out. There'll be all kinds of cool stuff at the show. Show you this guy again. I've had a lot of questions on the breeding the corn snake stuff. The thing with breeding corn snakes is you want to house your snakes separately and then cool them. With corn snakes, usually 2 months is fine, 60 days. With me, I like to go 90 if I can, if the weather is permitted, because that gives me more of a break and a vacation from the feeding and the cleaning. But typically, you really only need 60 days. You cool them. I like to cool it about 50 to 52 degrees. Slowly start warming up over about a week's time. From that temperature, you raise your temperature 5-6 degrees every day. Over a week, maybe a little bit longer, until you get back to about 78, 80 degrees. And then you're going to start feeding your snakes. You're going to start, feeding them, one or two. You want to feed one small male. Make sure that it digests everything and it passes everything coming out of brumation. Once you feed it like a small hopper or a small mouse and it passes everything and poops or whatnot, then you just start feeding it, especially your females. You want to feed them heavy. I like to feed, 2 medium and large size mice, depending on the size of the snake. At least, once a week or every 5 days if you can. And after about a month of eating, they're going to go into a shed. Now, once your female sheds, she's going to be ready to put your male with her. You put your male in there, and they're usually going to start breeding right away. Sometimes you might have to give them a little bit of time. They'll chase each other around, or he'll, what they call, ride the female. You don't want to bother them too much. Just let them be. Eventually they'll lock up. Once they lock up, A lot of times it happens within minutes. You'll know it. And then, you know, 1 or 2 breedings is all you really need. You can let them breed more if you'd like. I usually 2 breedings. I see them lock up twice, and that's all I do. And then, you know, about a month later, you keep feeding your female. You keep feeding her. You don't want to hold her. You know, you don't want her to be stressed out. After you feed her for a while, she's gonna stop eating or go into a shed. Usually they stop feeding. It'll usually take about, I don't know, around 30, maybe a little bit more days than 30. And then she'll shed. Once she sheds, usually about 10 days after she sheds, 10 to 14 days after she sheds, she'll lay eggs. And then the eggs usually take about 60 to 64 days to incubate. With me, I just put them on the top shelf in egg crates. The room stays at about 80 degrees in my corn room. Or you could buy an incubator. I think this is a Hubbabator. These work really good. If you have like 1 clutch of eggs or something like that, that's what you want to use if you have them in your house. See, with me, I have the buildings that are, you know, made for snakes. So it's easier for me to just put my eggs on a shelf in a container and let them incubate naturally up there. If you're in an air-conditioned house, obviously you're not going to be able to do that. So, you know, you order those for like Triple L Reptile. I think they're like $39, something like that. And they last forever. They really do. That's what I actually do my ball python eggs in. So that's just a quick little run through. I will be doing some videos on breeding, you know, corn snakes and whatnot. You know, once I start going through, right now I'm feeding, you know, trying to feed everything heavy, get them ready for wintering. Once we winter our snakes, I'll do some video footage on that. And I like to keep the room as dark as possible, you know, no light. Let them know that, you know, you're mimicking the natural environment, basically. And they burrow down in logs and tree stumps that time of the year, so it's usually pretty dark for them. You do want to make sure you have fresh water in there at all times through their winter cycle. And that's about it. I mean, it's pretty simple. I was just kind of looking at some of the stuff we got here. Got a little poop in this one. Yeah, I talked about doing a reptile contest or a snake giveaway. Not really sure how to go about doing that. I do have like 16 or 17 people that were interested. So we'll put something together. Obviously I don't want to ship anything out now because it's, you know, getting pretty cold across the United States. So we'll figure something out. I'll pick a winner. We'll put something together and have everybody put an entry in or something, and then I'll pull some snakes out. Like I could probably do, you know, we have like something like this, which is an albino or creamsicle-ish type deal. The choice between that, you know, a snow. If anyone's interested in emeries, I could definitely do emeries. We have tons of those. They're the Great Plain rat snakes, emeries. I got some of those that are het for albino also. And again, we could do like some Okatee stuff that are het albino. That one's not all that pretty. Let me find a pretty one. That one's shedding. Yeah, this one's not too bad looking. It's got a lot of the orange colors in it and the real thick black bands around the saddles. So we could figure something out. And these are all het albino. Then I have like some normal het albino stuff up top here. Let's see if I can peek in there. Yeah, he's gonna come right to the camera and say hi. I think he's saying, "Pick me, pick me." That's kind of funny. So yeah, we'll figure something out. Like I was saying, once I get my cool down going, I don't like to do feed videos. You know, everybody knows what they eat and how they eat, so we don't need to do any of that. But right now, I'm just pumping my females with food. Once we get them, you know, pretty fattened up, I'm probably going to start my cool down about the 15th of December. And that's another thing. Right before you cool down, you know, you want to give them 2 weeks after their last meal, you want them to pass all that food because you don't want to cool them with food in their gut. So once they pass all that food, you start your cool down, which is what I'm going to do. I think that's what we're waiting on now, is them just to pass everything that had been eaten. And you want good weight on your snakes. You don't want to try to breed your females that are underweight. And, or you cool them if they're real skinny, because you're asking for problems. So once we start our cool down, we'll start shooting some video on them. I'll do a little video on the cool down. Then we'll start in the warm up. Basically, I'll go through it and show you how we warm everything up and start. We'll go through that feeding process again. And then once the feeding process and they start shedding, that's when it all begins. That's when you put your males with them, and I mean it's pretty simple. It just seems like yesterday we were doing this. I had somebody ask me to do some video on milk snakes, but yeah, we're gonna do these the same way. I actually got to put these in my other room for the cool down. I'll cool them right alongside the corns. Usually, now I bred this pair last year, and she double clutched. I got 2 clutches of eggs, but they were all slugs. I talked to Lee Abbott, and his thing was, when you put them together, leave them together for, I think he said 30 days, and you get a better chance of having, viable eggs. So we're gonna try that. Where the corn snakes, I just lock them, let them pair up, lock together, and then separate them. So we're gonna try something a little different. This big boy here. These are Hypohonderns. What else do we have? We got this guy up here, I think is a Spectre. So I'm looking for an adult yellow belly to pair up with them to make super stripes. Right now it's a bad time of the year to be looking for an adult yellow belly female though. So that'll probably be a project we work on next year. Pastel female. She's been breeding pretty good to my male black pastel, who actually just shed. He is a mean little sucker. He wasn't so mean until he started breeding, but he's gotten pretty mean. He's like, put me back with my girlfriend. We got the pinstripe male breeding a het albino female. So we should be looking pretty good this year. I've got some pied stuff in the works, some het albino stuff in the works. What else do we have? We have this, what I believe is a Spectre. Breeding it back to his mother. She's in shed. We call her Big Bitch because she is mean. Probably one of the meanest ball pythons I have. If he is a Spectre, then we'll produce more Spectres. So I need that yellow belly female to make super stripes. What else do we have? We got some other females. I think this one's in shed. Yeah, she's in shed. It's just some weird patterns to her. She's really like a caramel look to her when she's not in shed. There's some more normal females that we picked up. Nice dirty cage there. Big pile of poop. What else do we have? Another female we picked up. She's going in the shed. I got a couple of them. She's a little small yet. What did I weigh her at? She's only 916 grams, so she's not quite ready. Here's another normal female we picked up that I think I'm going to put a pied with. She's got some pied markers going on there. And the guy I got these from, it's a very big chance that he just pulled out some of his het stuff and sold me, so that's always a plus. What is that one I already showed you? Here's another one. Real pretty looking girl. I think she also had there was 2 of them that had some pied markers going on. So we'll see. We'll pair them up with some stuff. Yeah, we got the Mojave, who is in shed. We got him breeding. So we're looking to produce some Mojaves this year, some pinstripe head albinos, some albinos, some more possible pied albino stuff. We still got to prove that out. Some spiders, some spider head albino stuff. What else do we have in the works? Some pied stuff. There's gonna be a little bit of everything in the works this year. Let's see. This guy here is getting pretty big. I almost want to get him a little bit heavier and try breeding him this year. I had my pied out earlier. Let me see if I can get him. He's in shed, so he's not as orange as he usually is. Oh. Real nice looking pied. I think I weighed him earlier. I think it was 375 grams. You can't see all that real bright orange. He's in shed, so. But very good pickup. I'm glad I got that Daytona. So yeah, this was just a quick teaser video of a little bit of everything that's going on. We're gonna try to get some more videos up more frequently. I wanted to show you guys the new pickups. So let me know what you guys think. If you got any ideas on how to go about doing this reptile contest, comment, subscribe, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what kind of contest I should put together. Someone that's done it, you know, let me know how you go about doing it. I'd rather do something that's fair rather than just randomly pick somebody and give the snake to. Maybe I'll pick 2 people, not really sure. We'll figure something out. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching.